So in this video we are going to learn about the following, which is how to add images to our HTML page, videos, audios, tables, forms, and including lists. So let's begin with the first one. Let's begin with the one that is not here, which is list. So in our HTML we have two types of list. We have the ordered list and the unordered list. So how do we add that in our HTML? So I'm going to add a comment here, adding list. So an unordered list is one that you don't see like a numbering, just see dot. So you do that by using UL, which is unordered, then your list tag. So let's say this is a list of my favorite fruits, so I can have a h3, my favorite fruits. So I can have shift or arrow down 1 2 3, that made it 4. So I can have apple, no, not apple, can have banana, can have orange, can have coconut. So if I view this on my browser, so let me go to my browser, I'll see the list of favorite foods there. So I think I have to refresh this. So I see the list of favorite foods, so I think I need to off this. So you're seeing the list of favorite foods. So my favorite foods, so you're seeing apple, this. Now why is it called another list? Now at a glance I will not be able to know that this is just 4 items here. So but if it is for the ordered list, so I'll just clone this, shift alt arrow down, then I'll move this here, then I'll change this to my favorite sports, then I'll change this to OL instead of UL. So the OL stands for ordered list. So I like swimming, then jogging, cycling, and let's say soccer. Okay, so these are my favorite sports. So if I save this and go to my browser, I'm going to see, now I see 1 2 3 4, but whereas for this I'm just seeing dot. So that's how we add ordered and unordered list. So the only difference is just the parent. So the next one we want to learn how to add is to add images. So adding images. So to add an image, just as you saw me doing in our class yesterday, so if I want to add an image, I just need to use the image tag, so img. Then you should have a folder here. So you can add image two ways. You can add an image that lives on your current project folder or the one from online. So I'll show you how to add one from your current folder or your project folder. So I'll do my dot and forward slash. Then now when you do your dot and forward slash, first of all, because the way you arrange your code might not be the same with my own, but if it's the same, if it's not the same, first of all you type dot and /, and notice if you can find the image that you want to add that you've already copied to this point. Then if you don't see the items, you have to do dot and /, then check if you can see it. If you cannot see it, you just keep doing your dot and /. So you see, I'm just going outside the folder. So I'll do this one, then I'll type images, which is the one I want to add. So let me just add this git logo. So I'll just put here git logo or icons. So if I save that, I'm going to see the image there. Nice. So what if I want to add an image from online? So the same process, img, then I'm going to choose swimming. So let me go online and look for a swimming picture. So I'll look for doggy swimming. So go to images, let's finish loading. So go to images, so this is the doggy swimming. So what I'm going to do now is this. So I like this one, so I'll click this, then wait for it to load clearly here. If not, the way it was when you copy the image, that's how it will load. So now it has finished loading clearly. So I'll right click and copy image address. So if I copy the image address, I'll come to my code now and paste here, then I'll save. So this is how I add an image that comes from a URL. So if I go there, so you see this is image, and because the image is an inline tag, so that is why this is the first image, this is the second image. Okay, so that's how we add images. So the next one is how we add videos. So by the time we learn CSS, we'll learn how to add background images. So adding videos. So the next thing that we need to do now is to create a new folder called videos here. Videos. Then we'll first of all learn how to add the one that is in our PC. So wherever there is, okay, there's no error. So wherever the image or the video lives on your PC, make sure you copy it to your current working folder so it will be easier for you to access. If not, you're going to do dot and / until you're tired of doing that. So I'll go to my PC once again, go to my downloads, then see my downloads. That's where I know I have some videos. So my downloads, so I see a video that I want to add. So what I'll do, you remember from the previous video, you just drag, open your VS Code, and once you see that that sky blue on the folder, you just leave it. So it will automatically copy the image and paste in your project working directory. So we have the image now. So the next thing, we have the video now, so the next thing I'll add video. Then I need to add the source, so dot and / videos, then water trading. So if I save this and paste, now because I want this to go to a new line apart from this, so I will add a break here, arrow. So if I come back, I'm going to see that the video is here now, but you see I can't play it. Now I can't play it because I've not added an attribute, which is the controls. So I'll come to the video, add controls. Now I can play my video. So if I do that, I see my video and I can start playing the video. So you see I can even, so I have my controls now.
Hi, this is Isha Millet, Indian Olympian for Decathlon India.
So I have all these functionalities. I can download playback speed, picture motion. So that is how we add a video that lives on our PC. So now let's learn how to add the one that is on YouTube. So to add the one that is on YouTube, so what I'm going to do now is I'll go to my videos, dog swimming. You can add YouTube. So this is on YouTube, so I'll click it. Then wait for it to I'll wait for it to start playing. Skip this. So I'll wait for it to start playing, then I'll just pause it, then I'll right click, then I'll copy embed code. So once you copy this embed code, it will make you to play your YouTube video within your website, just like this local video that we just did here. So you see I can play this one here and to be playing without redirecting me to another place. So that is what that embed code does for us. So that embed code is a HTML code about that will load the video for you. So I'll just paste that. So you see as I pasted, I got this iframe stuff. So let me here, video from YouTube. So if I save that, I'm going to be able to watch that video from my YouTube, from my web page, but I'm going to stream it live here. So you see once I tap this play now, so that is the same thing. Yeah, so that is for that. So the next thing is audios. So how to add audios. So to add an audio file, it's still the same process. I don't think if I have an audio file here. So adding audio. So adding audio. So by the time I come here, I'll just add my audio. Then so let me check. I think I should have an audio file there. So I should have an audio file somewhere. So let me look for that. So I'm looking for audio files. Okay, so I have some audio files here. So I'm going to drag this. So I'll create a new folder called audio. So audios. Then I will now drag and drop. So where did I see that? It's not that, it's here. So I'll just drag and drop maybe 1 or 2. So I'll drag them to open in my VS Code. Then I'll move it to my audio and drop that. So now I have those 2 folders there. So all I need to do is to add my ... and / audios, and I choose that one. So again, if I save this and go back to my page, I will not even see anything because I've not added controls. Got it right. So if I go to my code and add controls, Control save, then that's Control S, I'm not going to see the controls here. So if I play this audio now, I can now enjoy the music. So it's still the same process. If you have an online audio, just the way we added this one, just copy the URL and paste here. It's going to load the audio for you. So because I want our page to load as fast as possible, so I'm going to comment this section. So the multi-line commenting is not working again. Okay, so I'll comment them out one by one so that they will not slow down our page load. Okay, so we have those now. So the next thing that I want to teach you is tables. So how to add tables. So to add tables, so adding tables. So to add table, you use the table tag. Then you have the T. You have your T arrow. That is, T arrow is for the table row. Then instead of using your table data, you can use your T head here. So this can be, so let's say I want to have a table of just a subject and score. So subject, then this one should be score. So the next one now will be my T arrow. Then inside here will be my TD, which is my table data. So the subject is maths, and the score for this is, let's say TD is 60%. But it would be nice if we have the name. So let's have the name TD or TH. So So I have my name, so the name of the student, the subject, and the score. So here I'm going to have the name to TD, let's say Chile. So if I save this, let's see how it looks like. So I have the name, which is this, I have the subject, I have the score. So let's do 2 more of that. So I'm going to duplicate this, Shift Alt arrow down, 1, 2. So I'm going to change this to Amadi. So it still maths, but it's 80%. This one is Daniel, still maths, but is 90%. So just some random names. So if I do that, so I have this. So this is how easy it is to add tables. Now, of course, you know this border is showing because of the border stuff I added to add a border to any tag. So that is why it's looking like this. Okay, so that's how we add tables. So the next one I want to show you is how to create a simple sign up form. So, and that is the last one I want to show you now, how to create forms. So if we go back to our HTML, so come back here, adding forms. So inside a form, I might need to get the following information from my user. So you can have forms. So this our form will not have a name because I'll just show you some random things. Sorry, just a moment. Let me switch before my PC goes off. Okay, so I'll just have form, not forms. Then this action attribute that I'm showing here is used for PHP, but for now we don't need it. So I need to, now there is a tag that is like div to group a set of related tags in a form. It's called field set, field set. So I use it to group the following things. So let's say I want to get the full name from a user. So I have a label and I'll give that full name. Then I'll just put here full name. So where we would use, I type the name, so it's in the input. Then it's still of type input, but this is full name, and the ID is full name, and the ID is also full name. Now if I save this and go to my browser, I'll have this. So I have this full name. Now if I tap on this, you notice here against focus, and that is because this my label here has a name 4. So so for any input that has an ID of full name, it will gain focus. So it's not compulsory that the user will gain focus by clicking here. You can gain focus by clicking here still. So that is just one of the advantage of that. So what if we want to give the user an example of what a full name looks like? So we use another attribute called placeholder. You can say Amadi Chile. So if I see that, the person will see an example of what a full name looks like, but immediately the person starts to type. So let's say the person wants to type John Doe. Now you see the example name is out. So let's say we want to get the password or the email from the person. So still the same thing. So let me use my field set. Then inside it I have my label, and this is for the email. Then I have my email. Then after that I have my input. Then I'll change the type to what? Email. Then this will be email still, and this will be email. So what this does for me is like it will add the email, but if I type in something that does not look like an email and I attempt to submit, it will do some real-time validation for me. So let me add a submit button below here. So field set button submit. Sorry, excuse me. Then I'll add type submit. So if I do that, I come here. So if I attempt to submit, so you see how it behaves. Now what if I want the user to be able to, I want to make it compulsory to fill in these two before the person hit the submit button. So I'm going to add still another attribute here called required, and here required. So if I do that, once I come to my screen and I want to send this, it's going to show me that I should please fill in this. So if I choose in my John Doe and I type in something that is not an email and I click, now it's going to show me that it doesn't have the right email format. So that's nice. So the next thing I want to show you is password. So let's say I want to get the password from the user. So to save ourselves some typing, I'll clone this and edit. Shift Alt arrow down. Then I'll change this now. So once you highlight this like this, you press your Ctrl D, so to select everything that is email from in this order from top to bottom. I mean from where it is now to bottom. So Ctrl D. Oh, that is not, should be case sensitive. Okay, let's leave that. So I've selected all the emails I want. So this is going to be my password. So then I can change this to a capital P. Nice. So since I have that now, I can save. So if I save, you notice what will happen once I begin to type my password. You notice I can't see it, and that is because the type is no longer text but is what is password. So let's say I want to get the gender of this user. So I'll do a feed set, and I'll put here as maybe a heading, or let's say a p tag. Let's say no, I want it to be inline. I don't want it to be in block, so I'll use a span tag. Gender, That means I'm going to have a label for mail. So this is going to be my mail. Then I'm going to have the input here. So I'm going to have the type is going to be a radio button, radio. So the name, now in a radio button you give the person many options, but the person can only choose one. So I would use gender here, but the ID will be male, and the value here will be male. So this other attribute value will be needed in React or in JavaScript. So that is what I need to do. So I'll just clone this, Shift Alt arrow down, then I'll change this to, this one will still be gender so that the person cannot select more than one. Then this is going to be female, and this is going to be female. Then the ID will also change to female. So let me give a space. So I've made the wrong change. So this will still remain male. Then this that will change to female. Then this will now change to female. So the only change is that I added this female, but the gender still remain the same. So if I go to my browser, so I'll see the gender, I'll see male, so the person can choose this. When the person chooses female, you notice it switches, so male. So the radio button is used to give the user the ability to select one option, one choice, when given many options. Then the next one I want to do now is the checkbox. So the checkbox, I can feed set. So this one I can add this one as a span tag, current, annual, earning. So how much does the person earn per year? Something like that. So I'm going to put a label. I'm going to put an input. The type will be check box. The name here will be different so that the person can select more than one. So this will be maybe $20, and the ID will be still the same thing, $20. And let's do the label. Take the value, so let's do that. The value still be $20. So let's do the label for that. Label, this will be $20. So to add the $20. So the next one, just to clone this, Shift Alt arrow down, so I'll give a space search for clarity. So I will just change So I'll highlight this and make sure I do my Ctrl D to select. So I'll make sure, if I backspace now, so I'll change that to $50. So that is what I'm going to do next. So I'll select this space to Shift Alt arrow down. So let's do more to 1, 2. So from this one, I'm going to select this. I'm going to select this 5. Then my Control and press my D one after the other, so that it select all the 5 step by step. So D, 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 and stop. So I'll change this to 150. So the last one is, I'll also select this too. Then hold my Ctrl D, 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 D. So I'll change this to 300. So what I'm going to put here is, in the value I'll put above 300, and here I'm going to put above 300. So if I save this is the outlook that we'll see. So the current annual earning can look like this. So the person can earn 20, this or this. So if we don't want the person to select more than one, then we'll change it to be a radio button. Or this can still be some hobbies, maybe is it swimming, is it dancing, or this. So this is just an example of how we use our form. So I believe by this we have covered all we need to cover for this week. So please do well to use the video to practice, because we'll be applying all of this in our future classes. So thank you very much, and see you in the next video.